penalty. We're set for football. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Fields going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Bulldozes past him, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now, Lance. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing that.
Touchdown Raiders! Michael Gallup, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. We know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. Trucks over him, runs through the contact. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5 at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Lance. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. Touchdown. John Ross from 17 yards out. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And this is no good as well. He's missed twice now, and that's the difference in this ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 44 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Lance on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here. Touchdown Raiders! Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Raiders 26, Bears 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing after the interception. Fields. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears! Donovan Peoples-Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. At And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Lance going to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The 71 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On first down, Lance. And right side, Henry's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Gallup, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Raiders 40, Bears 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. He's going to let it go again. It got his man complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll run it again with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry, 85 yards. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there.
He's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. On first down, it's Fields. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bears get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 174 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Lance. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Hard running at the 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there, because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 223 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
3 down, 3 down.
On the counter, it's Henry. Fighting through it, he's got space.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Cut. Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Target. Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Read option. Here's Montgomery. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Fields now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Allen Robinson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.